we left, I gave a bunch of people various
Papers.
documents.
Dreams. Stuff.
No, not all
I went
dreams.
to look for +1 hide armor.
Well, that's going to occur today.
Yeah.
Because
I'll probably send a
How much is the
message
one
back
that's
to Elvis.
And
How much are the boots?
Yeah.
like
If
4,800
I'll
gold.
look into it.
boots of striding and springing.
Yeah, I only got,
D&D
I
bucks.
only got 1,000 gold. 1,500, 600,
700 more.
700.
Oh, I forgot to change my experience.
Thought I had more.
You have an gem, probably.
Yeah, it could be.
So that's, you guys are all at the cantina. I'm assuming you would have spent the night. You awake in the morning to
Nice.
determine your future
Endeavors.
endeavors.
What do we do?
Boots of striding and springing are 5,500 gold pieces.
Oh yeah, more than that.
I'm gonna go to
How much?
the bar.
5,500.
Oh, yeah. Nope. Can't afford that.
It's a wee fabulous.
I'm gonna go to the bar, have a ale
All right,
to wake up.
that's reasonable. You're at a, it's a tavern kind of common room.
I'll join him. Both my characters.
Ah, day drunk.
Yeah.
Heck
We're not gonna
yeah.
get fully drunk. We're just gonna
Oh, okay.
get a little bit of a, just a snip for the day.
It's the human side of me that likes to drink.
Whoa, what the fuck? What?
I will try to. Actually, my rogue will try to carry on conversation with you. It's like, hi, how's it going? What's up? I know you have a little animosity towards me.
Break his kneecaps.
Why? Why do I have animosity?
I don't know.
You're right, yeah, right, no, you don't.
I heard a while back.
Even douche.
I heard a while back that evidently a serpent lady, serpent guy, serpent thing was talking about
Naga.
saying that you were, yeah.
Pay no attention to that.
Oh, okay.
Not gonna-
He didn't know mine.
It's speed
Not gonna help you.
wise.
Well, good to hear. Like pat him on the shoulder.
We train my falcon, Hiberius, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
To
Was
go
it
for
successful?
shinies.
Heading in.
Yes. Barely.
My sheet outfit.
Give me shinies. I hear
Well, we're gonna bring you shinies. Don't worry.
And admit once I load my
Ball
character.
caps.
Yeah.
What's this shiny stone?
Goblin
Why is there-
Arcanist.
Yeah.
Bring me the shinies. Can do.
Okay. So we're all back at the.
You guys are at the tavern. You're free to do what you will today.
Ah.
I'm gonna, while I'm drinking,
share with
I'm gonna
you
chat
my
up with the
What was your dream?
barkeep,
This.
see what kind of things
I
are going on.
give it to you
around
in
town.
great detail, from what I remember.
I mean, as far as the rumblings that are here, it's not a classy place, but it has a little bit more controlled clientele that the owner kind of picks and chooses, and it's created an aura about it where you don't get a whole lot of just random adventurers stumbling in, or the average town folk. It's kind of the regulars. But a lot of the things that are going on there's a lot of trade within the city that's going out to Goldenwood Delta. Obviously, a lot of the talk is just about what's going on in the war, and most people are just talking about the profits that are there to be made in Goldenwood Delta because of it. You get a lot of profiteering. I mean, not outright gun dealer profiteering, but
Does the bank do loans?
Right.
Take a lean against Shorian though.
Is there a fence around here that will give out a loan?
Who's all at the tavern still? Everyone still?
Everyone's still. No one's gone anywhere.
I want to motion them. Sheik. As in motion moving. I received a missive. I'm doing my best to do a Sheik voice. It's clearly not. I'm not even rolling for it. It's just like. I received a message from our friend Tillis the Mage. back in whatever city that was from. I don't remember.
Edinburgh. Or no, Goldenwood Delta.
Goldenwood Delta. He says we must be on our guard for Durbal. Did he end up here? Durbal is at least. He hasn't forgotten about us. I don't know if he's here yet. Secondly, the Church of Afflux, the Crimson Drop, has become a regular sight in the streets of the outer city of Goldenwood Delta. Evidently, someone in power is upset with us and our machinations. So we must be careful. We have a contact that says in Drakengard, behind the walls of the dead. I would suspect the search would eventually lead to Brandenburg. Oh, that's just how he's telling us how he got in contact with me. Yes, and the rest was just hubbub and blah 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 blah. If anyone knows anything about the mouth of the demon, no. Okay.
So we got 2 people, 2 enemies that are looking.
Oh, we got a lot more than
for
that.
us?
We got a lot more than that. We got a lot more than that.
We're people.
Fuck those Afflux guys, I'll fight them all.
This is what I said when no one was like, I'm hesitant to mention anything with undead. As we have some zealots in our party.
I concur.
Yeah.
Let's hunt them down.
We could go into contact with someone named Roman Senior. Is that Senior? S-I-R?
Yeah.
Sir.
Sir? Oh, it's the end of the sentence. Roman Sir. Okay. Romancer? Ooh.
Remember an earlier conversation we had?
No.
Well,
I
if you weren't sick, that would make a whole lot more sense. I mean, like, literally, like, an hour ago.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yes, okay. Yeah. Alright, gotcha. As far as I would either conclude our business as timely as we can, as my suggestion, and choose a course and next destination, I've inquired as to some knowledge on our contact with the Blue Lady, but I am hesitant to venture that forth as I know nothing about her. Otherwise, I will spend my time in the city.
Is she wear blue or is she actually blue?
Your guess is as good as mine, Zealot.
Zealot?
Zealot?
She telling me you like undead?
No. I'm just
Alright
saying,
then.
I don't have a hard-on for him like you.
Oh, this makes me go down.
Well, whatever. A reverse hard-on. How much?
I'm dead, the
One of
boat
them
killer.
hard off. Soft off. Soft off.
I have a couple inquiries on wondrous items. I'm going to text them to you. Or I can Google them too. I don't know.
Yeah, what are you looking for? I can
Glove,
pull them up pretty quick. Because there's just a chart in here.
anything that would have perform on it.
That we'd have to get a little bit more creative with.
Okay. And then maybe something with UMD on it as well.
Any skill-based stuff, you'd have to get a little bit more. We'd have to get a little bit more creative with,
Okay.
and it would be something that you probably wouldn't just outright find.
Okay.
You would have to more or less go out and find someone who can create it for you.
Yeah, that's what I was curious because I can't really explore anything else.
I'd probably assume maybe something like how they make the
Sounds
armor
done.
silent moves or whatever.
Yeah. No, it would be. You would be adding a skill base onto it. You can do it.
Anything. And charisma +2 items were their base stats. Or like +2. I think they're
A plus. You're looking for plus
My
2
favorite
stat.
word.
yeah. They might vary.
Roll by roll.
I think
They're pretty. They're.
they're
fairly
4,000
close.
to start
Yeah.
for the +2s.
I just fucking grabbed the whole book and.
I have enough to
Way too
buy
far.
boots for Jorgenol, which would be nice.
So you're looking +2 stat items are right around 4,000. They're 4,000 for everything.
What was I looking at, Kevin? The gauntlets of overstrength?
Yeah, so you could actually use a longbow. It'd be good for you.
Or belt. Don't they have a belt too?
Yeah.
Belt is of giant strength, but that is actually the next step.
Yeah, the gauntlets of
Just get
overpower.
that belt
are-
of wondrous, whatever. And then all stats up or something.
Does he have to be at a specific
Oh
strength?
yeah, we were gonna see about.
He has to have at least a
range.
+1.
In order to gain the
modifier to
damage
use
bonus from a composite bow,
Yeah.
you have to have a composite bow that's built for your strength.
How much
and
is
then
a
you can
wand
add
of bull strength?
a wand of bull strength?
Yeah.
Or we all like a
4,500 gold.
I don't
like
know.
an ion stone?
This is something that could just one would
Didn't
do,
really.
but and then you'd have that. I mean, but I'm not spending.
And that would give you more than,
It give you plus
Because
2.
it would give you plus 4 to your strength.
Yeah.
Probably too much money.
But
I don't know.
Moreover, in a
Depends on what
in a
you're
level,
looking for, too.
oh wait, you have 1, 2 levels, 3 levels, something like that. I'm not sure. You'll have access to your level 2 ranger spells, which bull strength is in.
is Rams Mike in this one? Do you have
It's
a-
really gay.
okay.
Well, it's not. It's acceptable.
Yeah.
But it isn't. It's not DDO.
No.
Here's bonuses to everything.
I thought it gave you just like a plus 2 to strength. It's in this one.
It's just to damage. It gives you a bonus to damage. Not the DDO.
Full strength. You can buy potions of it if you want.
Oh, how come I don't have that on my list?
It's a level 2 spell. Maybe you don't get it.
I don't think so.
You maybe only get like Cat's Grace and Owl's Wisdom.
Yeah, Cat's Grace, Nell's
Yep.
Wisdom.
You don't get Bull Strength.
Useless.
Not in your spell list.
Mine.
Any of the clerics could equip it.
For a price.
Yep.
Talk to the guy who has no money.
I don't have any.
I'm saving up what I can carry for the gauntlets. So
How much are you away?
You've got time.
Check your pockets.
Just
Do you
I'm
have
just gonna
money
throw it
today?
out there like get what you can get right now, but don't overthink it because
We're leaving.
all my
when you
cash-
leave town, it's not like there's going to be some things out there that are.
Okay. All my cash is with Mark's cleric, and then I have the
You
emerald.
trust in Mark's cleric?
I trust his cleric over his rogue. I have the 1 emerald, the
He
2
gave you all that,
tourmalines,
all of the
and a
money
topaz.
last
Oh,
session.
okay.
How much is it?
Mark's like, oh, no wonder I got so much money. I already bought
Okay,
stuff.
so
Sorry.
it's a ways away.
Yeah.
Okay,
How
it
much
was like 1,000
more
gold. We might be able to come to the bank of Tomadrill and do some loans,
Wait, how much did you get
per
me, do you remember?
diems, you know.
I don't really remember.
Yeah, I remember. He gave you
2,000.
14,000 gold, I'm pretty sure.
111 platinum, 495 gold.
That we split up.
Well, nobody's got the platinum. I take it all.
Yeah.
Platinum ore.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna.
Oh, platinum ore.
What was it called?
Okay, so who else is doing what
Lion
else?
Shield? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go-
The lion shield.
You got a basketball game on?
Away.
I'm gonna go look for my armor.
So C-Mac's going out into the town.
I'll follow C-Mac into town.
Okay, C-Mac and Guy are going out
I'm
into
gonna
town.
go in.
Jorgenol and myself are going out into town too.
I'm
Okay.
going into town, but I don't remember what I wanted.
Just gonna wander and see what I find.
Yeah.
Ranger and a druid.
All right,
We're,
I'll go into town too.
we're heading to the archives.
I'm gonna.
going to the where Rob is.
Yeah.
You're going to
Okay.
the armor shop?
Let's see if I can get
Can I find anybody that would know about that?
About what? The book?
Yeah.
There is somebody you already know that specializes in ancient texts.
So Rob.
That if you passed it through, if you talk to this person, to Ross about maybe continuing to pass some information on this book that direction. Because
Oh.
Tellus was the old mage in the bar
I forgot
that had
about
the
that.
stacks of old books.
Mhm.
Is he around?
Well, he's in on another continent, but that's not to say that you couldn't get it there. If you told Ross to have them expect it, then basically couriered it to him.
It costs money.
How much?
I don't know. It's a big book. I think.
It is a pretty big
I
book.
don't know what teleportation devices are.
You could, in theory, leave it with Rob and tell Rob to figure out how to get it there.
Is that the items open up for that?
That's the basic wondrous items, yes.
I see that.
Like the cheapest. That column.
Okay.
How much?
Yeah, I'll do that.
You're gonna leave it with Rob to
Yeah.
he can figure out how to get it there.
Yeah. It's easier.
How much value does the item that sheds light add to the flaming scimitar?
Are you gonna sell the flaming scimitar?
I'm looking. I might trade it. See if I can trade it for a really cool shield.
Are you sure you want to trade that scimitar?
I mean,
I think you see it. Have you?
it's just like it's a pretty good torch for me right now.
I can't use it.
How much is
Mark, well, how much is an ever-burning torch in your wondrous items list?
500 gold.
I mean, I have one of those too. So
For being level 1? Or
Yeah, it'd be in the lowest level wondrous items. Probably up near the top.
I'm just gonna sit at the bar and drink.
You're a dwarf, you don't get
No.
drunk.
Nope.
Basic fire arrows.
Evergreen torches aren't super expensive.
No, it doesn't carry a whole lot of value.
Ever smoking bottle?
Players have.
What?
They might be.
Yeah, I need
Did
to
you
get
say
some
an ever smoking bottle?
Yeah.
I thought it was dangerous.
Versus for
smoke
you.
if you want.
Here.
Arrows.
No, just
Get it
thinking
down
like,
so
if it's, what kind of smoke?
Well, you giving me that look like this thing is worth more money than I'm
So if I
thinking.
put it in a room and, enclose it completely,
saying that.
will I choke them to death?
And that's any such thing. No, it's not on that list. It's probably the pH. It's a very simple. It's not that's not a fancy item, and ever-burning torches.
No. That's what I'm saying. It's basically just a torch thing since I have my good sword.
Well, right. I'm just talking as far as adding value to it.
So it's a +1 flaming scimitar with the light enhancement on it.
Rivet.
Spell, whatever. Special quality. The shield I want is the lion shield.
That's it.
+2 heavy steel shield that has it's carved a lion. It can make attacks. With a lion arrow. 3 times a day.
Ooh,
I mean, it matches my lion.
I know, I'm not, no judgment here. I don't know how much that costs.
I know how much it costs.
How much?
It's like 9,000. But the sword could be worth more than that.
No, it's not.
+1 flaming is already a +2 weapon, which is worth 8,000.
So you're getting 4,000 out of it.
Yep. Plus,
An ever-burning torch is worth 110 gold. So basically, the light effect is worth about 100 gold,
halved.
which is 50.
I wasn't thinking about selling it and then taking that gold to buy the shield. I'm trying to find a trade straight up.
How's your haggle?
I mean,
That's assuming you're going to be able to find that shield in town.
well, right.
Because ultimately,
My
That
diplomacy
shield is-
8.
an artifact. So,
It's an artifact?
well, it's not. It's probably not technically an
Isn't
artifact.
it a named
but-
artifact? The lion-headed shield?
Just lion shield.
Would the Fletchers sell arrows?
Yeah, you can buy arrows.
Okay.
You guys can buy whatever. As far as common normal items, you're going to be able to find any kind of normal.
How much for 50 arrows?
I don't know. Belva's looking it up.
Oh,
Oh.
arrows.
Oh, Fletcher, do you sell arrows? Nah.
20
Fresh out.
What?
20 for a gold piece.
20 for a gold? Okay.
Hey, Ross, do you recall what terminal you wanted for?
Well, okay. I'll look at my sheet here because there was a specific one. Not all tourmalines are created equal. Here on this
Arrows, nothing else.
this tourmaline was 100 gold. The ones that you should have in your.
It's just. It would be a
What about the
specific shield,
Was it
not
500?
not a true
500
artifact,
gold for emerald.
Right.
which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
A little hard to find.
harder to find than a wondrous item.
That's really the only item
I
I
have
was looking
like
at.
two
So,
All right. So who's out in town where?
First, I'm going to the archives.
Your characters are going to the archives.
church.
You guys are going to the church.
After I buy some.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
she's
you're
doing
going to the
stuff.
Fletcher. You guys are going to look for your armor.
Yeah.
Robot's just wandering aimlessly. Who are you?
On my way. On my
He's
way
drinking.
I'm drinking at the tavern.
Oh, you're drinking.
there. On our way
More
to the
competitive.
church, I'm like, hey, I need these. Buy
Need some
some.
arrows.
Yeah, bolts. Yeah. I just got
Bolts.
21.
No, not this town.
I don't go through them too fast, so 20 left in a little while.
Chip in.
Okay.
Take care of that.
Your spell list.
Hold on. Another
Let me see what
another
force
note.
cards
Case.
actually have.
Can I get a bag of holding in town by chance? Or no?
The lowest level of bag of a bag of holding you probably would be able to find, or a Hewer's handy haversack you would definitely be able to find because those are a little bit more common.
I forget.
magic items.
What's the difference in that?
A Hewer's handy haversack doesn't hold as much as a bag of holding, but it's kind of like a man purse. And when you think of the item when you reach in the one pocket, it appears in your hand.
Don't think gay. Don't
Unlike
think gay.
a bag of holding where it's just like.
Okay.
Robot, are you drinking at your local hotel's tavern, or are you going to go to a
No.
tavern in town?
No, this one's
Divine
good.
power.
Pick up here. Close enough.
That's a flex
Or
spell
ale,
right
I guess.
there.
You're just going to stay in the hotel tavern.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get righteous,
I
mate.
guess I could take one.
No, don't do that.
We'll start with C-Mac and Guy.
Yes.
Roll me a wisdom check. Just add your wisdom modifier to it.
That would be kind of cool. Get a planar ally.
4.
Lesser planar ally.
There's
Yeah, it costs experience. So no.
more
Okay.
than
Neither of you
experience.
notice anything
Yeah,
that's
you gotta
strange
like
while you're out and about.
exchange services.
Kind of the
so
usual
something
Yeah,
really helps
it's
you.
like complex services.
I'm assuming you're going out into the
I
town.
was gonna
Mark?
put it on like
Why
senior
don't
rules
you
book.
roll a spot?
With both my characters? Or just one?
You can both. Each of your characters have a potential.
Okay. Let's see. 24. And I will got 30.
While you're out and about, as you're passing alleyways and stuff, you can kind of, at times you catch just
Get out of here.
fleeting
No, liches are not
glimpses of
extra
hooded figures, and at times you can make out
Demons, devils,
the crimson drop
elementals.
somewhere on their
Elementals are
garments,
from
whether it be a
different
pin or.
Okay.
Archons.
Archons. Any type of outsider.
This
Where am I in
is
relation
awful.
to
What you listening to?
Kevin?
We listen to Audible as
They
well.
went to the.
Like the way across
Uh,
okay.
Right now,
And
I'm
there's-
listening
it's
to
not
the weird
like-
Dungeon
it's just
series,
while you're going, you can just
Dungeon
you
Born.
see them.
King's
There's
Dark
no like
Titans.
they're not
King's
following
Dark
you
Titans.
necessarily. You
If
just
you- I don't like Nick
They're around.
Photo
In the area.
that much.
Any more
Kevin.
skills?
Hi.
Tabby.
Yeah.
Roll me some
He did
spots.
actually what he used to
Both
do
of
is
you.
pretty good, and it's a really good series.
Nat 20.
I like this dungeon.
My
one,
spot
but
is
it's,
20
you know,
total.
It's a
So,
light RPG.
24.
Kind of, like 10 hours.
Each of you
But I can't
notice.
stand the story's okay. It seems like it has like a D&D setting.
If it were
It's a
anything,
dungeon
if
that's
you know,
alive and it, like,
if you
reads
weren't
things,
really-
it's got, like, a whole
didn't have the
system,
discussion
how
with
it
Ross,
works,
you might not
how
question it, but
evolves, it becomes an even
there's a
bigger
lot of-
dungeon, and it brings dungeoneers in and kills them.
I guess unsavory
It's pretty
types
interesting.
that you see just like they'll just be hanging out somewhere and then they'll clearly look at you and kind of nonchalantly move away, but while you're watching them, it's not quite so not. There's obviously purpose in their steps. Just on your way there.
Don't let it all bright, folks.
I'm gonna whisper to her like, don't let them know that you know they're there.
Of course. What am I?
Don't let them have a lover's
Sometimes.
argument.
Yeah.
What are you rolling?
All right,
So see
Mark.
if I believe.
What are you doing while you're out?
If you're
I'm
convincing.
gonna go by.
Let's see. What am I trying to convince
Okay,
you
you're
of?
finding
That I'm
yours Andy
sometimes an
Eversack.
idiot.
You find it.
Okay.
So
Bevel's
that's
buying arrows.
diplomacy?
He found them.
Yeah.
Trying to convince
Ross, you arrive at the archives.
I'm
Rob
like-
is still there.
Yeah, I'm gonna
you. Yes.
go in and
Six.
talk to Rob first off and just
Photo
talk to him.
Is
16.
16. So
What would
we're
you like
like,
to know from
we're
Rob?
at
Just
odds.
like one keep him abreast,
Yeah,
two give him one. I kept a
But
couple of the
you're
coins.
kind of an
Yep.
idiot
I said these
too.
might interest you and flick him one to say like you I sent one to our friend the Rage for him to research as well and tell him what we encountered. Two, I wanted to ask.
Did you bring the book for Robot?
Yeah, I'm sure. And then this is from the robot, you know. I want to ask him if he's found anything that would reference the mouth of the demon. You know, just any curious phrases, terms of.
Yeah, nothing necessarily at present. And then he scurries away. He's like, "Oh wait, I do know of something
We
similar."
figured.
Similar.
I also tell him if you can't tell, it's me, Tomadrill in disguise.
Now he figured that out by the way we're talking. So,
The blue lady, a cat person from Avatar.
Space kitties, yay!
you guys get to the church.
Okay.
And this bickering of who's the bigger idiot.
You're an idiot. No, you. So it's like
If
a
we
married
tie.
couple walking.
Well, we're tied and trying to convince each other. So.
While I'm at the archives too, I'm going to do my own research on the blue lady in that area of the desert because I want to know the detail of background.
Okay, I'll give you some background on it. But what are you guys doing?
Reporting the Lich presence in the desert, and we banished some form of him, but he's definitely not dead.
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
he's coming back.
I'm assuming you're reporting directly to
To the big boy.
the big boy.
I don't know. I gotta request an audience or whatever.
Right. Well, You're
Basically
kind of
his-
local
I'm
celebrity now.
basically his
Yeah,
favorite
we're
person.
we're
so
kind
So-
of well known.
You are a celebrity to him. I mean, you've obviously been dealing with issues that his people have been unable to deal with. So,
Isn't that amazing?
you know, you can see when you're telling him this story that it's very obvious that this is news to him, and he's just kind of pondering how to handle the situation.
there's also a Naga out there in the middle of a desert, which is a little weird, actually.
Yeah.
He inquires what is your plan? What is going to be your next step?
See a lich, we gotta kill a lich. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta hunt him down.
Right.
You act like a lich, I'm gonna smack you
We
like a
gotta
lich.
Ultimately, he gets into the conversation of the church's sources have, you know, he doesn't want to put upon you any more of his personal kind of responsibilities, but the sources have been talking about a city to the south and the fact that his captain of arms has been seen there and the assumption was that he's in pursuit of the evil that once was in the court.
Okay.
And you know, he wants you to be akin to that too.
He told us about what was the Afflux Bros.
Afflux,
I'm
yeah.
gonna tell him about Afflux Bros too, and they're after us because
And
we messed up their shrine.
he also knows, you know, he's very forthcoming as far as Afflux is definitely present in town. While they don't have a public temple, they no doubt have some place of worship, if not within the city, in the surrounding areas. And it's something that obviously they're a party to, and his inquisitors are kind of trying to dig up.
I don't think they would be so bold as to get a temple right in the city.
Right, well,
It's probably underground.
because of the rules of the city, even though the Church of Heronius may have some objections to Afflux having a temple within the city walls, as long as they respect the rules of the city, they are completely welcome to offer such.
It's a dangerous-
Ultimately, the council
dangerous road
only
to
cares
walk.
about golds, and you know, while the Church of Heronius is prominent in the city and can have, you know, leverage some effect, money makes the world go round, and
We'll make the comment of something like it's a dangerous road to walk, and their money
A
ain't gonna
fine
count for
line.
much when they're all undead.
We might not be here to see.
you're preaching to the choir at this point.
I say we root them out by the roots. Rip them on out.
Well, gotta find them first. See if the Inquisitors can find any information. What are we gonna do as a group?
You guys, you're searching for C-Max armor, correct? C-Max roll percentile. Just don't roll balls.
You can do it. 7%. You roll
7.
balls.
It's a reverse balls roll. I told you. We'll spend an extra day here.
You eventually find a set. It's about 150 gold pieces more than a normal set. The price is definitely a little bit higher than you were hoping to pay than would normally be fair, but the armor seems good enough and everything seems good.
Oh, but it smells mildly of piss.
Did we figure out what the Kingdom Under the Sands 14 is? Like, what it is?
I don't know what it is.
Okay, because I have Kingdom Under the Sand 14.
You just have that written, nothing
Yeah,
else?
you just told us to write that.
It was for.
It was for an item
It was
that
for an
somebody
item.
had.
I have it,
Was it for the book?
It was for the book.
Okay.
because I have one.
Yeah, I
But
took a
never
potion.
I never took a book.
For any item that you would have taken, it has a specific list for him. You would have to have an item that you would have attached it to.
We can figure it out
Take
at
better
some point.
notes.
That's all he said. Cuts 14.
Did you take an item at that point? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I have cut
He just doesn't remember what item it was.
Yeah.
You don't know what you took.
I have, but it's
Yeah.
all gold and shit.
That's where all your money and stuff came from.
Okay.
I have a potion.
Where we're
Yeah,
digging
there was one
silver
potion
from one
Yeah.
room to another.
There's 3 potions.
I
One's
don't think it
on
was
the
at
outside.
that point.
From 14.
Cuts 14.
Yes.
17 was where
Cuts
the other
14.
one was.
I'm looking at the hoard right now, and it had money, a topaz, a tourmaline, breastplate, a recorder, tanglefoot bags, 3 scrolls, and a potion.
Yeah.
Maybe it was
I
three
think I took
scrolls
the
and that
topaz.
I think it was
potion.
KS36 was the 3 potions.
That would make sense.
I would have the topaz then because I had that written underneath it.
Then that's what it is.
Then that's what it is.
14 topaz.
You know what it is.
I thought I got the topaz from you.
You did no. You got a tourmaline from me and an emerald.
2 tourmalines.
2 total, whatever. I don't remember the exact.
So
denomination.
topaz
worth
from there.
A month
That's
ago,
just
man. I've
to
been
note
sick and
the
final. I
value.
ain't got shit for
Yeah.
memory.
Turned all that
So
stuff
when
into
you
use, that what it
ask
is?
Should have
sell it.
listened
Value,
to
value.
him asking me about what we were doing
I
today.
wrote it down.
Who in town would
The
be able
gems
to
that
tell
you
me the
turn
actual
into
value of
gems.
it?
You could find someone, an appraiser.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way over there now that Cement found his armor.
Looks like it's worth about 2 copper.
You, you guys have probably a good enough reputation that you'll be able to, an appraiser will be able to share values and gems with you. You know, for a few moments in the tavern, 700.
Is there any gambling
Maybe
going
I
on?
get your thing that you
No,
want.
the tavern you're in is pretty empty.
Fairly.
He's just in there drinking by himself.
It's you and the barkeep.
Is there
That was the
anything
reason
else
why I
you can do
asked
in
if you
this
wanted to drink in that
The
bar.
temple?
Yeah.
I'm good.
I guess Jordan has probably come down and
Maybe they have
one of his
something
crew members
close
is
to
probably there. They're probably poring over maps and what have you.
I'm gonna ask the dude if he's ever heard anything about a blue lady or a screaming
What's a
what was
buddy?
it?
The
Mouth of a demon.
Mouth of a demon.
The
Does
mouth
he
of
know
a
any-
demon. It's often referred to many different things. However, the Blue Lady is very famous.
Okay.
She runs the Oasis.
Oh, okay.
The
She's
Oasis
not to be
where at?
trifled with. She demands tribute, and you pay tribute. Now, obviously, the Church of Veronius chooses not to travel in the desert, because the only reason to travel in the desert is to get to Carolus, which is a city-state on the far side of the desert. That is very corrupt, and more or less it would be we're going to take the city down and siege it, or we're going to avoid it. It's not necessarily a place friendly to those of Veronius.
Meaning to stay away from it. Ain't our problem.
That just means we're gonna end up having to go there. We have to go
It's
there.
not. Leave it alone. It's not our problem.
The quest is gonna take us there.
It's not our problem right now. We're not gonna worry about it. The lawful good and the neutral bickering.
Alright, thank you.
All right, you guys gonna return?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
Blue Lady information to him next time I see him.
I had a whole plan. So I'm trying to gather some information. Not gonna spend all day there, just kind of do some cursory looking.
And you're gonna get much of the same.
Okay.
The Blue Lady came into power. Well, a Blue Lady came into power in the Oasis a ways back. However, it seems as though generations have kind of adopted the Blue Lady moniker and have ruled the Oasis. Now, as far as what you could find, you'd probably find her emblem. You would probably discover that she's fairly attractive, usually, you know, an attractive lady of her age.
Oh, also, briefly, one thing I wanted to interested in is what type of trade contract or trade runs between Brandenburg and the Oasis.
Typically nothing from Brandenburg directly. Everybody trades with whatever I named the city on the edge of the desert, and then they run supplies going in. Typically would be food and wood, and some cloth, textile type stuff.
Lord Bathcombe timber magnet to reappear.
And you have some exotic spices and fruits and stuff coming back.
Second thing is, I want to make sure that Jorgenel is somewhat disguised as like a sheik like I am. So we have this like he has the we're gonna curl his beard and have the full beard out. Put the turban on him and with the fake gem.
Okay, so make him kind of look the part.
Yeah, like my manservant. Yeah, pretty much. We're gonna go to the merchant quarter.
Before you go there, I moved shit around here and buried my stuff. This one is not shared because this would be, I'll need it back once you've recursed it. But this would be what Rob brings you back as far as something that he found in his studies that meets a similar
Okay.
It's the closest thing he's come across while pouring through the archives. Obviously, he's only been in the archives for a couple of weeks. It's not like he's read every book.
Okay.
He's getting the same information or better information.
It's like, assuming that I take the time, it's a map he created for me that I'll have, or
You'll get it eventually. That map eventually. This is just something he pulled out of the archives. It's
Okay.
old. It's
tattered.
okay, and then
and he obviously could probably dig in and try to find some more information about why this place is significant, but it'll take some time.
I'm gonna leave Tiberius with him and then tell him to send the missive with my trusted falcon to me. We'll see how well that works. He's careful. He's grumpy.
The book gets smeared.
And send whatever any other information in case we end up having to leave quickly. Second, I want to go to the merchant quarters. First thing I'm going to do is haggle for boots of striding and springing. See if we can find that for. I don't know if you want to roll percentile or.
Just roll a d10. Tell me what you get.
Which one is the D10?
Two. You really you find someone who actually has access to them.
Yep.
However, they're asking 50 gold more than list price on them.
I'll take them.
Had you rolled better, I would have given you a discount. But
It's not a problem.
everybody else returning once they finished their activities.
Carousing.
And then
Robots still pounding booze.
I'm gonna find
I'm gonna go hide in the Rooker Hotel and
Mark's cleric.
work with a bird.
Demand your funds.
Yep. I'm not gonna demand. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna take note of how much
The
you
one
have
thing-
of mine.
No one knows how much he has in yours.
I actually don't.
Someone has it written down of all the gold that we divided up, and I just said give.
I
mine
have
to
it.
him.
I just don't remember how much was yours. That's all.
Okay.
Like I still have it. I didn't spend it.
No, I mean someone wrote it down how much we were divvying up each,
Oh,
Yeah.
and then I
How much-
said just give mine to you.
2 eternal lines, an emerald, and 240 gold pieces.
seven.
Yeah.
Yeah, so roughly close to it. The turtle lines were 100 apiece.
I took
And then the emerald was 500.
Right.
So it was 946.
I did gold, but I don't think I got that.
So I took my gems and kept them, and then gave my gold to you.
So
Oh,
you 246 gold.
246. Okay.
Okay.
You write it down.
Alright.
Well, he has it.
And then
Right.
the one thing what I'm trying to do since I have my camels is I'm trying to create this persona of the sheik, the trading magnate. And so I'm looking to like possibly purchase some goods to take with us. Actually, before I do that, I'm just gonna look to see if there's any type of contacts here where I can do that. Like have a large trade caravan if they'd be interested in contracting us to go into trade to the blue.
I mean, obviously, you could poke around in the trade quarter long enough that you would find, there's going to be large trading companies that have no interest in you.
Yep.
But you're going to have enough medium-level trading companies that are maybe attempting to breach that upper level, that are looking to take on some riskier contracts,
Okay.
that may be willing, should you desire it, to contract out trap.
Okay. Just trying to, since I don't know where we're going, I just wanted to
Make sure those options are
and
open.
then I'm gonna head back to the.
All right. So everybody then is heading back to Drinking Robot.
Yeah. He's the center stone of our lives.
Something.
That's her name.
Robot, are you just, while there's no one there, are you just going to continue hanging out there?
Yeah, I'll get here.
Those gems are gone.
Oh.
Did you hear I said about the bird?
Yeah, you're training.
Maybe I should go.
Watching basketball.
I think I needed something. Hold on. Oh yeah, I need to get some food. I should go buy some food.
On your return,
Are you
Kevin.
gonna do the online brackets again? For the
Yes.
CVS?
Yep.
Okay.
I've been lazy. I haven't sent out invites yet.
Okay.
On your return, as you're walking through, you're just outside of the Temple of Heronius. You're in the Temple District, basically. A cleric floor, very clearly a cleric floor, heavy armor, has the symbol of floor, pulls you aside, just to kind of, and it's only in passing. He doesn't necessarily do it like a pull. He does it. He tries to do it. It's obvious he's trying to do it kind of
Discreetly?
Subtle.
discreetly.
Okay.
And he just, when he does, he stops and he says, he kind of bumps into you and just, my apologies. And he whispers, kind of under his breath, there's a sizable bounty on your head. Be forewarned. And then kind of goes on his way.
And I turn and wink at you.
Makes things interesting.
Is there a bounty on Tomadril? Can we fake turn in Tomadril and spring him?
Can't keep with that with you.
Interesting. Okay.
You say that as he walks away. Interesting. All right.
Fuck off!